Hello, how you doing? Look, that was supposed to be my last one, but I forgot that I had made a promise to somebody about this money doesn't like noise thing. So I don't speak French. So I will have to trust my president in his translation. When you type money doesn't like noise in French, you can read. I can't speak French. So those of you who speak French, you can come and read it for me. But in my non-French speaker reading, it says in English that money does not like noise. When this came up, of course, my inbox broke. Amma. And I'm like, okay, listen, let me make my disclaimers before we go any further. The president has his spokespeople. He pays them to speak for him. I'm not one of them. All right. Those who are in opposition and are also looking for opportunities to jump on something, they should also have their spokespeople that they pay to speak for them. I am not one of them. I am neither a speaker for those in government nor those in opposition, but a person asked me my views about the money doesn't make noise. And I'm going to explain my views about money does not like noise. Money doesn't like noise. Money doesn't like noise. How many rich people do you know make a lot of noise? Those people who make money, they make it quietly. They focus. They have the element of surprise. And they do things. Money doesn't like noise. Even when you've set up a business and you are doing stuff and you don't make noise, your competitors don't remember you. Your competitors forget you. And you are able to do your business quietly. Money doesn't like noise. Yeah, Hadia, money doesn't like noise. When money comes to your pocket, and those of you who are superstitious will appreciate this one, and you don't go to your hometown to make unnecessary noise, and you are still unassuming in the money you've made, all the witches and wizards of your hometown will forget you. Emmanuel Copper. Oh, well, tough. I don't think you quite understand why I am here. I don't come here to entertain you. So if entertainment is what you are looking for, we will have problems. I will have to direct you to where the comedians are, and that's where you need to go. Besides, the videos I make, nobody forces you to watch them. You watch what you want. The fact that you are not able to watch it doesn't change anything. So I don't even understand why I will be having this conversation with you in the first place, why it was necessary to make that comment in the first place. Unless you actually wanted to irritate me, in which case you've been successful. You are an adult. If I make 20 videos a day, who forces you to watch them? If you can only stomach one of them, watch them. That bit about I like your video, but that nonsense doesn't work with me anymore. You understand? It doesn't soften the blow. That was a swipe, and you will get a swipe back with me. I need you guys to understand these things with me so that when you engage, we know. I like your videos, but that doesn't change anything. You like my videos, watch which ones work for you. Nobody's forcing you to watch all of them. Certainly not me. Watch what you can. It would have been a simple understanding. We don't even need to have this conversation, do we? Misty, Virginia, and Simone, how you doing? Money doesn't make noise. Money doesn't like noise. Let me just take it to various places. Like I said, I am explaining it in my terms, per my understanding, in agreement to somebody. Yeah. No, Hajia. No. But you see, sometimes you need to discipline some of these things before they spiral out. I've come to know that you need to call some of these people out. So I do. It is very necessary to respond to some of them because they make one comment, you don't say anything, and then it spirals into other things. No. You need to call order. And these days I do. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How you doing? I'm good. Med. All is well from Long Island. Amazing to hear. Yeah. Andy, how you doing? Money does not like noise. So those of you who are superstitious, when your hometown witches and wizards have forgotten you, that's when you see progress in your life. The minute you make a little bit of money and you mistakenly go to your hometown to go flash some of the money, all the witches and wizards will remember you. And they will send you balls of attack from left, right, and center. And yes, they will hit you. Yes, they will derail you. Candy, money does not like noise. Lavetta, money does not like noise. In fact, people who've made money and don't have class, the money doesn't really mean much after a while because they are not even accepted in certain circles. You can have money and be too loud for certain places, you will still not be allowed in. There are certain cliques and there are certain groups and certain societies that are for refined people. Yes. And no, you have to learn to tone down and stop making noise so that you can make the big bucks. Hello, Sister Stacy. So that you can make the big bucks and join them in these ranks. Some of these guys that have big money don't even speak. Haven't you noticed? Sikam pedide, jifa. Money doesn't like noise. Yes, Candy. If you really want to be rich, hello, Miss Gracias, and you want to make your money and have peace of mind whilst doing it, yeah, money shouldn't make noise. Money doesn't like noise. It doesn't stay in noise. Don't you see that the poorest people in society are the loudest people? Let me make it practical for you. People who are trying to progress their lives, they don't really have time to be making noise. The government has done this. My employers have done this. No. Yes, those of us in me, I have been poor before. I used to be very, very, very noisy. And then as I began to understand, yeah. Look, Sabrina, you don't have time to complain about certain things. I'm telling you, you prefer the French version. I don't speak French, so I can't even write it for you. Miss Gracias, and those who speak French, please come and explain. Say it in French for me. L'argent n'est pas something. Me, I can't. L'argent n'aime pas le bruit. I think so. Something like that. I'm just reading. Yeah. Rich people don't talk much, but gifty, not even that. Those who want to be rich and those on the journey to become rich become quiet. Haven't you noticed? You may be a group of friends. You will always be talking to each other. Meow, 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 and shh. Somebody goes quiet. They may text you occasionally. Hey, how are you? L'argent ne fait pas le bruit. If you say that's the French, I believe you. I didn't know it was a French expression, but it's a very, very hard fact expression. I'll tell you, I have a lot of friends. Ajay, you're in. Yes. You have a group of friends, and you are always, I used to have a group of friends, and we would make connect calls, 5 or 6 of us, and we will have conference calls for hours. None of us were business people. I don't know what we were conferencing about. In those days, it wasn't even WhatsApp. It was international direct dial. We would stay on. When talk came and some of us got free hours, we could just stand on for 1 hour. When it's 59 seconds, you end it and then you start again. We'll do that thing 4 cycles. And whilst you are making your banku or your fufu, that is 4 flipping hours wasted talking over nothing. And yes, we used to do that. Then I noticed that a particular friend stopped answering those calls. She would decline. She would decline. And then the rest of them started. So I called her, me. And I said to her, hey. And she says, look, we are poor women with young children. We don't know how to feed them. Baby, I can't afford 4 hours every weekend for this crap. I'm out. Mic drop. You can explain to the rest of them whichever way you want. Bye. The other girls were agitated. I didn't even tell the other guys I called her. They were agitated. They called her a few names, and we just carried on. 12 months later, I started seeing this girl and her business, and where her business was beginning to go. And then I understand. L'Argent doesn't like noise. Indeed, all the noise we were making in her ear was wasting her talents. Oh, bless you, Sister Stacy. All the noise we were making was wasting her time. All the noise we were making was stopping her from thinking strategy. So she checked out and went to grow. Yes, Candy, that is growth. That is growth. So I realized, and then I called the other girls. And I said to them, girls, I have some bad news for us. They were like, huh? We are not serious girls. They were like, what do you mean? Yeah, you see these 4 hours that we spend talking. I am also going to check out. The only way in which I will continue this thing with us is if some of this time begins to be used to discuss progress, strategy, business. Yeah. Things that will help us make money. Yeah. No, really rich people don't talk about money. They will show you how to make money if you ask them with wisdom. And sometimes they would even be flippant in giving you the answers. Yeah. But no. You see, really rich people, if they want a car, they buy it. But they don't even bother showing anybody. Yeah. Yeah, Jiva. Never accept to lose your time. I didn't know this. L'Argent doesn't like noise because noise is time wasting. I want to explain this in a different way to some of you. Noise is time wasting. Rebecca, have you seen what Frida did? Did you watch Amma Manson's new video? It is on Amma Manson's channel. Why do you need to be the one discussing whether people watch Amma Manson's video? Watch it. Take the details. If you think somebody should see it, tag them. Move on. Huh? Come and talk to me about progressive strategies. Share with me things that we can do. Motivate me. I will stay on the phone with you for 4 hours. Baby, if it's just going to be about how rubbish our marriages are and how difficult it is. Oh, my dress. Thank you. Thank you, Tifa. Yes. Thank you. Yes. I'll give you my dress for a party for sure. Yeah, Kwamina. Somebody is angry. Money doesn't like noise. Your anger doesn't also change much. Yes, Novi, come and talk to me about progressive strategies. Look, these days my phone is silent. I don't know if you guys notice. My phone is quiet. Very quiet. Good afternoon, Franklin. How you doing, bro? My phone is quiet. No long 4 hours. No long 10 hours. No unnecessary. L'Argent déteste le bruit. L'Argent doesn't like le bruit, I tell you. L'Argent, it doesn't like le bruit. These days, when my phone is quiet, and there isn't a lot of noise disturbing me, I am able to sit here, narrow down, and get something down. I am able to sit here and write my thoughts peacefully. I am able to sit here and come up with ideas. In fact, this afternoon, I fell asleep for an hour on the floor. I had peace to sleep. And since I woke, I have held a marathon session of meetings. I have created some things. I've recorded an episode of a podcast. I have done 2 videos now, all in one evening, because there isn't a lot of noise in my life. Let's go here. Come here. Let's do this. No. There was one friend who was here when I arrived from work. I engaged with her and she went home. I haven't taken another phone call. I haven't read any text messages. I've just been in my inbox to answer a few important messages, and that's it. Hey, we need to make the money and then create generational wealth. But honey, Novi, we can't do it if there is noise in your background. I couldn't have done a fraction of what I've done today if I was fighting with my husband. If I was busy fighting with my children. So I left the husband and the children and I came here. And now, money doesn't like noise, my people. The day you learn this, you will begin to cocoon yourself away from some noise. You will begin to desist from some noise. How many times have you heard me complaining about interest rates? Huh? No noise. I don't even know what the inflation rate is. I heard somebody sent it to me yesterday that England, the Bank of England, is about to increase their mortgage rates. And I'm like, Yako, how are you doing? The Bank of England is going to increase their rates? Oh, well. Whatever my mortgage happens to be, oh, well, we'll pay. It's okay. I didn't cry. I didn't make a video. I haven't discussed this because what's the point in discussing the Bank of England rates with you? What can any of you do about the rates? Interest rates are going to go up. Of course, my mortgage it's not fixed. So yeah, my mortgage rate will change. But you know, in 2008, when the financial crisis hit, people said I might not be able to afford my mortgage. I did. Even in those days, I afforded my mortgage. I paid it. So I just said to myself, in 2022 too, I'll find ways in which I earn money to pay my mortgage, whatever the rate happens to be. Oh well. And then I carried on and focused my energy on creating a program that will bring me money. So let me tell you about it again, those of you who are here. I am running a class again on planning, okay? I am running a class that should help us all to plan our 2023, okay? Those of you who want to learn how to plan with me, come and join me. I will take you through how to plan the whole year, month after month after month, and you can finish that off with a one-to-one session with yours truly. Yeah, L'Argent does not like bruit. And I don't know how this is something that has just become popular. Some of us, I discovered it instinctively from some people, and then I began to implement it. But L'Argent does not like bruit. It doesn't like noise. So if you are poor, check the bruit in your life. There's too much noise. Money doesn't like it. In order to make noise, you will use time. Yeah. When you are rich and you do the needful, people will hail you. Yeah. Yeah, it's the classless nouveau rich who make noise, isn't it? And those classless nouveau rich have just got a little bit of money. It is not often established. Yeah. Join me, Jifa. Hello, Chinyere. I am teaching those of you who want to plan your life. I have placed the link on there. Let me try and pin the link so you guys can use it to sign up. Yes. These are the things that I'm discussing at the moment. These are the things that I'm using my time for. This afternoon, when I came back and I was not making a lot of bruit, yeah. Doreen and Abigail, how you doing? Yeah, Amina. Yes, you caught me live. Yeah. Vanilla, How you doing? Victoria, hi. Yeah. So, you wanted to know what I think about L'Argent, whatever brewery. Yes, L'Argent, Nepal-like brewery. Brewery wastes a lot of time. I want to make it simple so that everybody understands. Noise uses time. To make noise, you must invest time. To invest your time in noise is to waste your time and detract from progressive arrangements and progressive action. That is why when you are busy making noise, you don't make money. That's why when you are busy making noise, L'Argent ne fait pas le bruit. Yeah. A friend visited the last weekend. He's doing well in Ghana despite the challenges. He has some great investment ideas. Well, Novi, that person will not be making noise. That person will just be getting on with his business. That person will just be moving on. That person will hear the interest rate has changed and they will respond, Antonio, and move on. Yeah, the Bank of England base rate is about to change, I hear. Should I come here and insult Rishi Sunak? And when I finish insulting Sunak, what happens? Who is even the new chancellor since they got rid of Kwarteng? I doesn't know. I doesn't care. The better use of my time is to invest it in creating the classes and the systems that will bring me money so that I can afford my mortgage. You hear me, Erica? And so this evening, I sat here and realized a lot of you, Roving, how you doing? A lot of you could do with a session on how to plan your new year. A lot of people don't know how to do it. I know how to do it. I have a planner. I teach how to do it. Yeah. He's not making noise, is he? He's a simple guy, but he's making progress. There you go. Yeah. L'Argent ne pas bruit, whatever, is very true. Faithful, how you doing? Well, I think each one of us gets older daily, you know. Yeah. Kotem, how you doing? Agnes. Yeah. So this L'Argent ne pas bruit thing. People are making noise and they were expecting me. I don't know what you wanted me to say. I am not interested in saying this from any other angle except from a personal angle. Hello, Josephine. How you doing? From my personal angle and from my personal experience, since I stopped spending 4 hours on Friday evenings with friends. 1, I have used my time for better things. 2, I have stopped wasting my friends' times. 3, I have stopped spreading negativity amongst my circle of friends. Nanaya, you think, well, I don't know. I will highly recommend you also go check a few things because I don't know if it's the language which is an issue or not. When you come to watch my video, I think what you probably see is a comfortable, confident woman. And in your village, that is rude. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter either way. Calm down for what? Huh? It's not always about money. I don't know what you pay your bills with. For me, it is about money. And if it's not about money for you, you don't even have to listen. This is what I keep saying to you guys, you know. You don't have to watch. You don't have to listen. Then I didn't even need to pick you up on this one. You come, I am always on top and always talking money. You click, tap, and you go. There would not have been any need to reply to you. But I think the word is confidence that I would like to introduce to the equation. Maybe you might want to check it out. And no, it doesn't need anybody's permission though. Yeah, Luis, I don't know how many rich people are noisemakers. And that thing knocked me when I first came across it. Wherever, Jifa, I don't know. I've not lived in Ghana for a long time, but Mabel, where I live, I also, Zion and Mitzi, you come here and you leave valuable. That's what I pray for. Okay? I pray for that. Yeah. Look, I did not realize that I was wasting my time and I was wasting the time of my friends in those phone calls. It wasn't until this other friend checked out and I called her and she told me point blank, all of us are not made. None of us has any progressive things going on. We are all employed and slaves to the system, including herself, and she doesn't want it that way. She's checking out to go do better. 12 months later, this girl was making waves, and then I realized, oh, damn, I've been left behind. Whew, I am wasting my time. Hey, so I said to the girls, we might have to change the agenda for these conversations. I know all about your husband. You know all about my husband. By this point, there is no need to discuss them. You know all about the difficulty with my children, and I know all the difficulties with your children. No need to discuss it anymore. Are we going to modify this conversation and start? Well, Novi, me, that is how I see it. But some people don't think it's all about money. I'm like, okay, I'll leave you to believe that. Your beliefs don't change anything. Hello, Sister Beatrice. It's been a while. How are you doing? Yeah. So I said to my girls, if we're going to do this 4-hour conversation on weekends, we need to actually apportion things for these hours. Maybe one to discuss progress, one to look at making money, one to review things and direct our lives. Maybe if we could do that, then I could participate. It sort of dwindled. Well, I checked out too over time. And I think a lot of them checked out too. Yeah. The one who didn't check out was the one who got very bitter and started calling all of us sellouts. And so she called me one time and she says, all of you are sellouts. I'm like, all of us are sellouts and you haven't sold out. Maybe you need to check out why. Yes, Miss Etha. Tomorrow, please. Tomorrow in the morning for me, which will be quite late for you or as soon as you wake. Yeah, please. Yeah, Charity. Yeah. Hi, Clara. Hello from Zambia. Well, hello to you in Zambia. Lucy, how you doing? Yeah. So me, money doesn't make noise or money doesn't like noise. This is how I understand it. Whilst you are busy making noise, you are not focused on the things that will make you money. Yeah. The saddest thing is to be an adult, Luis, and you can't take care of your affairs. It is horrific. It is horrific. Yeah. Oh, we must value our time. And we must use our time wisely. Yes. Zion says, when I checked out, what did I do? When I checked out, I started listening to webinars. I started listening. Oh, Sis Stacy. Oh, wow. Yeah. I started listening to, that's when, okay, I didn't know about Les Brown until that period. That's when I started looking for people. I started discovering Les Brown. I started discovering Lisa Nichols. I started discovering all the other people who were powerful speakers, and I began to listen. So you remember the 4 hours that I used to spend on the phone, yak. Yes, I spent those 4 hours beginning to listen. Then I began to get sucked into, those of you who remember, I told you that I first became aware of social media content creation in 2010. Yeah. I began to get into those loops. I got into people's webinars and seminars, and at that time it was done face-to-face, in person. And I would watch and see when some of these people came to London or came to Manchester or nearby places, and then go and attend. That's what I began to use the money for. When I began to use my time and money for those things, I was not available for a lot of phone calls. I was not available for a lot of talking. I was not available for a lot of noise. I was not making noise, but I found myself growing. Because my focus had been on growth, there was no time left for noise. And some of those things that I learned in those days is what has helped me change my life today. The progress I have made today is because of some of those early day investments. And if I hadn't got off the phone at that time, I would have been in the same spot. Ask some of our friends, those who have carried on talking for 4 hours, 6 hours every evening of the weekend. Go back and review and ask them. I was talking to one of our friends recently, and she says, since I finished my degree, I've not studied anything. I'm like, yeah. When you become busy, talking, you go to work, you come back, you talk, and then you go to party, funeral party, go here, busy making noise. All your time is actually taken. So you don't actually get any time to sit down, plan, and strategize. Today, I was showing you guys earlier how to sit down and plan your whole year. You cannot possibly plan your whole year amidst noise. If you are going to sit down and think and plan your whole year, you do need quiet and peace. You need peace and quiet. I promise you. Hey, Miss Sandra, how you doing, sis? Yeah. Diane and Angela, Kelly, Dina, Abronoma, and I'm back with Joe, Rose. Yeah. Listening to grow. Najeli, listening to grow. Hey, Monica and Rose. Yeah. Nobule, how you doing? Yeah. If you want to plan your whole year on one journal page, like I was demonstrating earlier, honey, you will need some peace and quiet. You will need to be able to think. Yeah. We need to sit and analyze what we need, what we did, and where we need to take things forward, of course. Yes, there are barter systems and all sorts, but even in the barter, you've got to have something to give, you have to have something to give in return. You can't come to some of these things with an empty hand, with an empty head. There has to be something to give. And usually the acquisition of that something involves money. The acquisition of something, even if it's knowledge. The acquisition of most things involves knowledge directly or indirectly sometimes. But right now, my focus is time. Time spent making noise is time not spent on progress. That's why noise excludes progress. Growth does not happen a lot in noise. So that expression, money doesn't like noise. Yeah. Money often comes from progress and growth, right? Progress and growth don't happen in noise. You can't get time to focus. You cannot get the attention to focus when there is a lot of noise. When there is a lot of distraction, you are all over the place. You cannot be strategic when there is noise. And in making money, you need strategy. Money doesn't like noise. L'argent doesn't like noise. L'argent doesn't thrive in noise. These are some of the simple, practical applications of that expression for you. I don't know what the man himself meant. I've never spoken to him. Okay, I lie. I've spoken to him before. But I've not spoken to him. I've spoken to him once or twice at events. That's it. You can't even hear in noise. Zion, when God is speaking to you, you can't. Ideas come to you. You can't hear them. Even if ideas slap you across the face, you won't know. because there is so much noise. Empty barrels make the most noise. Yes, Sandra. Well, l'argent doesn't live in empty barrels, does it? Money doesn't like noise. Amma, what do you think? Wallahi, money doesn't like noise. How did I build consistency in these things? Edith, slow, steady review. Constant review. If something is working, you do more of it. If something is not working, you review and find a replacement. Yeah, $1 million. How you doing? Yeah. Jane. Hello, sis. How you doing? If something is not working, you change it. If it's working, you keep it. Very simple. If it's not working, you change it. If it's working, you keep it. Simple system, eh? Very simple system. Yes. Jocelyn, how you doing? Me, I just wanted to put this out here because I promised somebody that I will answer. Amma, you have to tell me your views about the money doesn't like noise. This is my interpretation of it. This is my personal experience. If you are focused on finding solutions, noise is an enemy. And in fact, if you are actually focused on finding your solutions, you tend to ignore the noise. You zone out. There are times when I've got things to do and my daughter comes intentionally just to distract me. And there are times where she does it and she realizes I'm zoned out completely. Then she does her and she goes. Yes, you? How you doing? Yeah. Good evening, Minia. L'argent doesn't like noise. Progress needs focus. You hear me? Progress. It needs focus. People are afraid to change. Well, then you will stagnate. Progress needs focus. It needs tunnel vision. It needs you to block your ears. Sometimes you don't even listen to advice. You just work on the advice you already have. And when you get to a certain point, you open your ears for the next batch of advice. You even listen to advice in batches. You hear me? Advice in batches. Too much advice constantly given gives you no time to act on any of them. Sometimes you need to block your ears even from advice. Take the time out to execute the advice you already have. So that after executing the ones you have, you can take in another batch of advice and then you put your plugs in. And then you focus on that advice before you open your ears to the next one. Yeah? There are episodes where you need quiet and peace. No noise. Yeah. You cannot get organized in noise. Yes. Organizing takes money and makes money. Absolutely. Yes. Discipline. To zone out sometimes. Like I said, some advice is good, but you don't need to hear it all the time. Once you've heard some good advice, you need time to execute. And when it is time to execute, you need to block your ears to further advice so that you can narrow in and execute the advice you already have. Even good advice, it's not all the time that you should be listening to it. There are times when you need hush so you can work on what you already have. And when you've executed to a certain point, you unplug, you receive, you replug. But when you are actually executing, shh is what you need. So that you can focus and execute accurately. So that you can reflect and review whilst you do it. So that you can pay attention to detail whilst you do it. So that you minimize the likely errors that you will make. Shh is so necessary, Momo. Yeah. To make money, you need efficiency. And to be efficient, you need silence. You cannot do this in noise. L'argent does not thrive in noise. L'argent is not made in noise. L'argent hates noise. If you didn't know, and if you needed an illustration, hopefully I've managed to do that. Miss Sandra, as for me, I have 2 money guzzlers in my life. So no money. No money. Those two money guzzlers, they suck me dry. They suck and spit all the time. Gabriel, how you doing? Hi, Lizzie. They suck and spit, so I have nothing left. That's one of my biggest things. I would have been okay if I didn't have too many guzzlers in my life, but there we go. Yeah. Mitzi. Yeah. So think about that for you, because I'm thinking about it for myself. I was actually beginning to realize I have this studio. This is my space. I don't share this studio space with anybody. My husband used to sit here to work. It used to be that he would sit here to work. He's moved his things to another room. He wants quiet to work on some projects. Quiet. Without my Facebook nonce. Without the machines going. There are times when the machines are working here that I move myself to another room. Quiet is so necessary. When you allow yourself peace and quiet, ideas come to your head. Sometimes I sit here like this, and ideas come to me, and I write them in my journal. I have some courses and some stuff that I need to work on that I have just written down here. I'm always forever writing things here. Look, I have to do this. These are the courses I need to do. Oh, yeah, courses. I need to work on these courses. I've just published one of them. Yeah, I'm running a course on planning. I ran a course last week and a half on financial planning. All those ideas on the courses that I should be running come to me in this room often when I'm sat here, especially when I lean back to get a massage of this chair. And the aching part of my back receives some attention, and I unwind, and I'm here. Hey. When the whole town is silent. Sandra, me too. When everybody is silent. So you've seen me wake up sometimes 3 a.m., 2 a.m. to come work on my assignments. And sometimes I work until 2 a.m. before I go to sleep. Yeah. Shh. It's so necessary for progress. Progress brings l'argent. So shh is what l'argent needs to thrive in your life. Have you created those shush moments for you? Or are you living in noise? If you are living in noise, check your pocket. You will find money runs from your pocket. Yeah, Villa. If you are not living in noise, then probably money is comfortable in your systems and it stays there. But I've explained to you from a superstitious perspective. I have explained it from a secular perspective. I have explained from a religious perspective, and hopefully I have helped you to figure out that you need to find peace and quiet in your life, and you need to create it. That is the prevailing circumstance, the condition for progress and for money. Shh. It's Jenny. How are you doing? So I'm going to go off and sit in some peace and quiet and see what comes to my mind. Try and create some for yourself, and I will see you tomorrow, God willing.